Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Wow, it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness, it's been way too long. Wow. Thank you so much for coming. Wow, let's see. This is a huge event. And I see that we have 7 different time zones. We are presenting this in 7 different languages. I would really like to see where you're coming from today. So either open your mics and just say it out loud, or put it in the chat and I'll say it out loud. So, I want us to really have the feeling of this being a global event, which it is. And because then we have this feeling of really joining our efforts and achieving something really big. So I have Rome, hello, I have Poland, I have Switzerland, Zurich, I have Almaty, and I have again, I think Poland, I have Hong Kong. Let's see, there's United Kingdom, I have Singapore here, I have Hamburg. Oh my goodness, this is so wonderful. I have Ukraine, I have Portugal, I have another Ukraine, I have North Carolina, hi North Carolina, Australia, hello, good evening. And I have Austria, and I have... What was that? Berlin, hey, Berlin, I'm in Berlin. Hey, it's in the middle. Hey. This is really wonderful. Oh, guys, this is great. So please feel that we are coming together for this beautiful, beautiful initiative that Yoga Studies Institute created. And I'm so honored and so happy that I'm here today to teach this class that is going to help us all to establish peace in our lives. We know that there was a lot less than peace going on. And I really would like us to understand that we can change that. So again, thank you so much, Yoga Studies Institute, beautiful initiative. And here, let me read some more. Vienna, more Hamburg, Singapore. Oh my goodness, it's really great. Obviously, I have to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good late evening. So my name is Uta, for those who do not know me yet. And again, I'm very, very grateful and honored to being here. The idea here, and let me say, I'm coming to you from Berlin. And actually from this beautiful new studio called Viva Studio. And I love this place because they have wonderful teachers and they have students from all over the world, just like you. And so it's wonderful to come here. Actually, also, I should say, for their delicious, delicious vegan food. And so we're all celebrating this super duper healthy lifestyle. And there's another one from Berlin. Hi. Let's focus now on our theme today. Our theme today is peace. And so you might think like, yeah, peace, but I mean, how can yoga help me with peace? Is it so that I have a calmer mind, that I can then, face the conflicts and the war and the violence better? Is that what yoga will help me to do? And I have to say, no, it's going to be a lot more profound than that. So let's start to think about what is peace, actually? What is peace? I think we can say that peace is the absence of conflict. And so conflict, what is conflict? Think about it. So let me say what I think it is, okay? conflict is a deep misunderstanding about qualities and resources being present in only a limited amount. So much so that we think we have to fight for our share of those resources or qualities. Like we think we have to fight for money or land. We have to fight for power or recognition, fame, beauty, health, creativity, intelligence. Like, a pizza that has only 8 slices, and we have to fight for our slice before someone else grabs it, right? And so most of us already know better than that. And what is really going on, and this is what we have to dissolve with our practice, is this big misunderstanding. Because, and I'm going to already give you a little bit of an insight, because when we overcome that misunderstanding by practicing, then we will have a deep understanding about the fact that whenever we share those resources or those qualities, then we will, expand them and multiply them in many ways. Okay? So our task today and every day really is to dissolve misunderstandings in our body and in our mind. Now, how do we do that with yoga? Well, let me tell you, we're actually hardwired to have this misunderstanding. And we're hardwired to grasp for what it is that we want on the one side, really reaching hard and, disregarding other people who might want the same. And on the other side, we are pushing away people or, entities who might stand in the way of us getting what it is that we want. So 2 sides, right? One is grabbing and one is pushing away. And when I say hardwired, what I mean is that in our subtle bodies, there are 2 so-called side channels. And these side channels are actually making us think and feel that way, the grabbing on the one side and the pushing away on the other, when there is too much energy in these side channels. So on the left side, it's like, I want more power. And on the right side is like, I have to push those away who stand in the way of me having more power, right? And the more energy flows in these, let me call them ignorant channels, right? In these ignorant places, the more the misunderstanding is there, the tighter the knot, because they are being knotted at certain places in our bodies. They are also called chakras. And some of you might be surprised because some of you might have heard the word chakra, but so far you were thinking that chakras are actually like benign energy wheels that are turning, right? But instead, really what they are rather deadly choke points. And these chakras, like the root chakra, all the way up to the crown chakra, are knots. And these knots are the side channels that I just described, wrapping around the 3rd channel, the central, so-called central channel. and making a knot. And the more misunderstanding there is, the tighter the knot. So that's exactly what we want to untie with our practice. And now, Lady Niguma, and this is why we're practicing her system today. She is was a very special yogini in the ancient 10th century, ancient India. So 1,000 years ago, imagine. She devised a series that allows us to very systematically, from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra, loosen these knots. And we will do that in order to promote a free-flowing energy in our bodies, and not just anywhere. It's promoting a free flow of energy in the so-called central channel. Because unlike these ignorant thoughts on the left side and the right side, when we redirect the energies into the central channel, then our thoughts are associated with deep understanding. And where there is deep understanding, there cannot be conflict. They just cannot live in the same place. If you deeply understand that in order to have what it is that you want, you need to share it and therefore expand it for yourself and the whole world, then if you understand that deeply, because your energies are running in the right place, then you will just not be able to see conflict, even if you wanted to. And so that is what we're trying to do. We are actually trying to get rid of conflict entirely, and not just on a global level or national level, but of course also at home, with your family, with your friends, with your competition at work, with your coworkers, with your neighbors, so anywhere. So maybe, after one time of practicing yoga of Lady Niguma, maybe it's your first time today, maybe you will feel the effects for a little bit. But then if you practice it regularly, I promise you, you will more and more, it's like a cumulative effect. You will have the energy run more and more in the central channel, in that place where you very naturally think of sharing and not about limited resources that you have to fight for. Okay, so how do we open these knots? That's another thing I would, before we start practicing, something I would like to tell you. I have a tiny little model here. Some of you know it. It is the 3 channels. And so the yellow one is the central channel. That's where we want to get the energies. Unfortunately, so far, they are pretty much running either in the left-hand channel or the right-hand channel, the white one or the red one. And it's typically flip-flopping. Now you see the knots here? That's the problem. That's the problem. And so in order to untie a knot, there are 4 elements, 4 movements that we are going to do at each and every chakra to open the knot. So the first movement or the first element to do is a twist, which is really an untwisting. So first you want to untwist this red one in this case. And then when something was twisted, it's crooked, right? We know that. So the second element is a straightening. Okay, so we straighten that channel. When we straighten the channel, then the energy that was kind of trapped already runs faster, right? So the third element is then we gather, we pool the energy that we freed, okay? And then the fourth element, the fourth movement, is kind of a movement where we distribute the energy into the central channel where we want it, correct? Good. Okay, so that's it. Those are the 4 movements that we are going to practice at each and every chakra, from the root all the way up to the crown. And before we start actually attacking those knots of misunderstanding, shall we call them, we are going to do just one sun salutation, a very simple one. And actually, the whole series is relatively easy.
其实一整个序列也是比较简单的。如果我讲太快的话，请翻译就打开麦，然后就等一下跟我说，我们就会来到电池上。我们会开始我们第一个白日时，然后去松开我们的结。准备好了吗？好。好。
Okay. So, take off shirt.
Noch ein T-Shirt ausziehen. Okay, komm zum Stehen am Anfang deiner Matte. Deine Füße
на ширине бедер и почувствуйте, как стопы прижимаются к коврику. Заземлитесь. Поднимите сердце повыше. Свесьте руки.
Y pon tus palmas hacia atrás. Ahora las manos en Anjali Mudra al centro del pecho. Inhala. Y en la exhalación, las palmas van hacia atrás. Inhala y lleva los brazos arriba, lo más lejos que.
Then bend your knees.
Gập hai gối và gập người xuống. Hai tay chúng ta kéo qua khỏi đầu. Thở ra ở đây. Nếu có thể thì các bạn có thể thẳng hai chân ra. Và mắt nhìn lên. Chúng ta đưa chân trái về sau. Hạ gối xuống. Và chúng ta vươn người lên.
Hands outside the right foot, stepping into plank pose. Beautiful, strong plank. Coming into knee, chest, chin. And into cobra pose. Looking up to the sky. Curling your toes under. And coming into downward facing dog. Exhaling here, deeply. Sit bones are pointing towards the sky. Then stepping your left foot in between your hands, come to right knee and stretching deeply here. Hands outside the left foot, stepping your right next to the left, looking halfway up, bending your knees or keeping them straight, clasping your hands overhead, exhaling deeply. Inhale your arms up, arms to the sky, back bend. And coming forward again, clasp your hands. overhead. Exhale. Hands outside your feet, and now stepping the right foot all the way back into the right knee. Deep stretch in the groin. Hands outside the left foot. Stepping into plank pose. Very nice. Big smile. Knees, chest in. Coming into cobra pose. Curling your toes under. Down and facing dog. Exhale. Really pushing your mat forward with your hands. Pulling the mat backwards with your feet. Exhale. Stepping the right foot in between your hands. Come to the left knee. Deep stretch of the groin. Hands outside the right foot. Step the left next to the right. Inhale halfway up. And come into forward bend. Clasping hands overhead. Exhale. Slowly come up. Hands in front of your heart. And lowering your hands to the side. Very good. Okay. So I hope you're a little warm. We have so much work to do that we cannot do too much sun salutation, but I hope you're a little warm. Okay, so now, as I said, we are going to open the first chakra, the first knot, and we're going to do that by stretching our left foot forward. I'm going to sit like that, left foot forward, and then we're taking our right heel and we're pushing it against the perineum. So not sitting on the heel, just pushing it against the perineum. Both hands are reaching forward, holding the shin. And exhaling here. 1. Inhale. 1. Exhale. 2. Inhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Inhale. 3. Very good. And now let's walk your hands forward a little bit. If you can, grasp your foot. And let's come into a full Janusirasana. Knee to head pose, head to knee pose. Exhaling here. And inhaling. Exhaling here. Inhaling. Exhaling 3. And on the inhale, coming back up. And changing the legs. Right leg forward. And now the left heel presses against the perineum. Sitting up straight. Big smile. And your hands are reaching for your shins. Very good. Exhale. Inhale and exhale too. Focusing on the pressure in between your legs. Focusing there where the muscle in between the legs is. That's the chakra we are going to open. Now, we cannot really do a twisting or untwisting motion here. And that's why we are applying pressure to activate that chakra. Exhaling 3. Inhaling. And moving forward. Maybe if you can reach your toes. And come down, fold down to Sasana. Head to knee pose. Exhaling here. Exhaling 2. And exhaling 3. Very good. Okay. walking your hands up and bringing both legs together. No, both feet together, both soles of your feet together into a so-called Baddha Konasana. And you can open the soles of your feet like a book. Maybe do a little butterfly motion. Very good. Because the second element is the stretching of the side channels, right? And that's what we're doing here. So use your elbows possibly to push down your thighs and lean forward a little bit with a smile. Nice. Okay, great. And then for those of you who can come a little bit more forward, come a little bit more forward, stretching the inner thighs and therefore the side channels even further. Exhaling here. Exhaling two. Exhaling three. And coming up. Very good. So now put your legs in Sukhasana, easy pose, just the lower legs in front of one another. And let's sit here with your hands in Shin Mudra or on your knees, sitting up very straight. And what we are going to do now is we are going to gather the energy that we just freed. And we're doing that by contracting the perennial muscle, the muscle between your legs. We're going to, if you isolate it first, so try to find it first, sit up straight, it's easier to find them, and then contract and release. Contract and release. Contract, release, contract, release. Two more times. Contract, release, and contract and hold and release. Very good. Okay, now that we pulled this energy, we are going to shoot this energy up into the central channel. For that, come into your favorite cross-legged position. So either Sukhasana or regular or even a lotus position, and then put your hands behind you so that you can lift yourself up onto the knees and then fall down 3 times. And then 3 exhales. Very good. We're going to do 2 more sets of those so-called 3 small drops. Okay, so hands behind you, propping yourself up onto your knees. 1, 2, 3, and 3 exhales. Last set. Great. 1, 2, 3, and 3 deep exhales. Very good. Okay. So we loosened the first knot. Let's go to the second one. Let's come into plank pose from here. Knees, chest, chin. Come into cobra pose. Into downward facing dog. Exhaling here. The sit bones go into the sky, stomach in, very nice, active pose, looking forward, walking or jumping through to seated. sitting down. And from here, lying down on your mat.
Hey,
There-
Rita, can you hear me?
Yes.
We think that your audio might, or your microphone might be coming from your computer. Can you check to see if it can come through your ear pods?
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much. We love you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for telling me, but it does tell me that it is connected.
Okay, we just weren't sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll do whatever it takes so that you can hear me. So,
Maybe just a little bit louder and it would be perfect.
a little bit louder. Okay, excellent. Let's do that. And actually go to, yeah, okay. Thank you, Ben. Okay, so lying down on our backs. And let's straighten our legs long. We are going to, let me say this before we start. We are going to open the knot at the second chakra. The second chakra is located on the top of the tailbone, just inside the spine, okay? And that's where we're going to focus, because in the Lady Niguma system, we are not only focusing on the individual chakras that we're working on, but we are also actually pretending we're breathing out and in of those chakras. Okay, so let's try. Let's lie down. And let us bring our left foot up into the air and left leg with it, of course. And then the left foot goes onto the right thigh, right above the knee. Then the right arm comes up, grabs the left knee, and now gently move your left knee over to the right side. Very gently, we don't often do this movement. And then stretch out your left arm perpendicularly to the body and look over your left arm. Deep exhale here. Untwisting the side channels from the second chakra, the second knot of misunderstanding. Slowly coming back up with your left knee, stretch the left leg into the sky and lower it down. Other side, bringing up the right leg, putting the right foot on the left thigh above the left knee. With the left hand, grab your right knee and lower the right knee slowly down to the ground. Now the right arm goes out to the side. We're looking over our right open arm. Deeply exhaling here. Feeling how important it is to open that chakra, that knot back there. Slowly bringing up the right knee, stretching the right leg into the sky, and lowering down the right leg next to the left. Now come up to seated, because our second movement is stretching that area, right? So with a long back, let's come over our legs. First, you can hold on to your shins, or the sides of your legs, but with a long back, really feel that you are stretching that area here on top of your tailbone. Very nice. Exhaling here. Maybe you want to feel an exhale coming out of there. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And if you can, lower down into a full Paschimottanasana, bending to the east, lowering down. Again, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale here. And on the next inhale, sitting up. Very good. So who remembers the third movement? That's right, gathering, excellent. And we're doing that by coming into a boat pose. Hold your thighs in and your lower legs are parallel to the floor. Very good. Now, let go of your arms, put them parallel to your lower legs. And then for a little bit more intensity of gathering, let's bring our legs up. Very nice. Big smile. Great. Holding here. Exhale. Exhale two. Exhale three. Very slowly coming down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Bring them up. 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Very good. Excellent. So that was a gathering of the energy. And for distribution, we're lying down on our backs. Feet are hip width apart, and our arms can come into cactus pose. And we're going to go into a windshield wiper motion, dropping the knees to the left and to the right, to the left, the right, left, right, left. And at your own pace, a few more times. Distributing the energy there, the second knot. Into the central channel. One more time each side. Bringing the knees to sky. And let's come into a plank pose. Very good. Strong plank. Excellent. And knees extension, or if you want, into chaturanga. If you do chaturanga, come into upward facing dog. And into downward facing dog. Exhale here, nice and deeply. Active pose. Putting your hands forward and your feet back. Very good. Okay. For the third chakra, look up, bring your left foot in between your hands and lower down to your right knee. Now we have two 90-degree angles behind your knees, so it's not a lunge or anything like that. It's standing up straight. And we're going to lift our right arm and bring the right elbow way over the left side. Hands come to Anjali movement. Very good. Deep twist of the third chakra, which is located opposite your belly button, in front of the spine in the back. Okay. If you want, you can look into the sky and smile into the sky. Deep untwisted of the side chakras. you want, you can put your right hand outside the left foot and stretch your left arm way into the sky. Look alongside your left. Then look over your left foot and let's come into a stretch right away. Bring your right foot hip width apart next to your left. Come halfway up and then come into an Uttanasana. Forward bend, really stretching this area opposite your belly button in the back. Stretch it, stretch it. Very nice. Lift your knees somewhat because that will release your hamstrings and allow a deeper stretch. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. Very good. Looking halfway up. And I'm going to turn around. You don't have to. I just want to be able to face you. So here, bring your your left foot back, Come to your left knee. Reach up with your left arm. Bring your left elbow way over your right thigh. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Smiling into the sky. If you want to do a variation, either do what we did on the other side, or if you want to come into a bind, do that. Just, deepening this untwisting motion, deepening this twist. Look over your right foot, hands outside your right foot, and step the left foot next to the right. Now this time, let's bring the palms of our hands under the soles of our feet and come also to a more intense forward fold. Torso comes onto the thighs, exhaling deeply. Dare to lean forward a little bit. Nice. Yeah. Great. Nice. Lift those knees, relax those hamstrings, and come even closer to your thighs. But mainly we're focused on the stretching of the third chakra, which is stretching of the side hands opposite the belly button. Very good. Release your hands from underneath your feet and come to the seated position. Very good. So now the gathering here of the energy is going to be achieved by lifting our legs up. So please come to lie on your backs. And let's start with a pointed foot, lifting the left leg up. No, sorry, let's go back. We are lifting up with a flexed foot. Okay, pointing the left foot and lowering it down. Right side, flex up, point it down. Flex up, point it down. Flex up, point it down. And at your own pace a few times, thinking of the area opposite your belly button in the back. That's where we're gathering energy. Very good. One more time on each side. And lowering the right foot down. Put both hands underneath your buttocks.
And let's use both legs. So both feet flexed up. And put your pointed feet and legs down. Nice. At your own pace. One last time, legs up. Point your feet. And slowly, slowly bring them down. Let them hover a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Let's sit up. And so element number 4. Okay, that's actually, it's going to be like using a bellow to distribute the energy into the central channel. So how do we make a bellow with our body? Well, we are going to do what's called Kapalabhati breathing. So come into your most comfortable cross-legged position. And then put your hands in Chin Mudra, sitting up very straight. Shoulders down, belly button to spine. And then, actually bring your first chakra, the Muladhara chakra, in a little bit, like the area of the perineum that we worked earlier. So bring that in. And then we are going to throw our stomach against the spine and sharply exhale the breath out of our nostrils. We are going to do that 20 times, okay? So first, let's take a deep inhale. And let's do it. From here, an inhale, and then 3 deep exhales. Very good. Okay. So we are already going over to loosening the 4th knot, which is the knot at the heart. And I have a little bit of bad news because here we have actually a triple knot. We have 3 knots here, and we have to work that knot a little harder. So here we go. Let's come into plank pose. Show me those beautiful planks. Yeah, nice. You can rock back and forth a little bit. Feel your stomach tight. Good. Knees, chest, chin. Coming into cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Very good. Exhaling here. Walking or jumping through to seated. And from here, let's come into the seated spinal twist. So we're going to lift our left leg up, put the left foot over our right knee, and let's bend the right lower knee. Then let's lift our right arm up, and let's bring the right arm way over the left thigh, and let's come to sit very upright with a big smile. Do you know why I always make you smile? There's a reason. Actually, the pose in and of itself. Why? Because there are also side channels here. They start at your outer corners of your lips. And when we lift those by smiling, then the knot here at the Ajna chakra between the eyebrows can relax. So that's why. Smiling here. Okay, great. Sitting up very straight, and then let's try to look over our left shoulder. If you want, you can come into a line. And we're working on untying the knot, the triple knot with the heart. So try to focus not on the front of your heart, but the heart chakra, which is in the back. So basically, in between your shoulder blades, you know, those little wings, at the bottom of those wings, that's where approximately your heart chakra is, okay? Very good, release. And let's change sides. I'm going to turn around and face you. So lifting the right leg up, right foot over left knee, bending left knee, left arm up, left arm way over right thigh, and sitting up straight here. With a smile. Looking over your right shoulder. Thinking of the back of your heart, where that knot is that you are attacking by redirecting the energies that are stuck in the side channels. And that are actually not only responsible for absence of peace, but they are also responsible for your death if you don't do anything about it. If you want to come into the mind, do that. And then release and come into downward facing dog from here. Again, active pose. It's kind of a moment to rest, but also active. So I know it's a contradiction, but try to see that both is possible. Exhale deeply here. Then take your left foot, put it in between your hands, turn out your right foot. Let's come into a warrior two. Deep, deep warrior two. Very good. Lifting your heart up. Feeling the back of the heart. Palms to sky in an offering. Very good. And then reaching forward into peaceful warrior back. And again, reaching forward, peaceful warrior back. Reaching forward, peaceful warrior back. And let's bring our back foot in a little bit, shorten the stance. And let's bring our right arm up directly against our ear. And let's come into a Trikonasana, kind of Trikonasana, to really stretch the right side here. Nice. You can stay again, pressed against your upper arm and really feel how you're stretching the right side. Coaxing out that energy that makes us reject things, okay? Very good. Then turn over your left leg, lift halfway up, and then drape your upper body over your leg. Hands can come back if you can, otherwise, keep your hands next to your feet, to your front foot, left foot. Exhaling here. Exhaling 2. Exhaling 3. Very good. Coming up with a windmill. Turning your left foot in, right foot out. Bending your right foot deeply. And reach forward into peaceful warrior back. Reaching forward and back. Forward and back. Straighten your right leg. Left foot in a little bit. Left arm firmly pressed against the left ear. And now let's stretch the left side. Let's try to have this ignorant grasping leave us. Nice. Exhaling here. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. Turning over the left front leg. And drape your torso over your head. Hands either outside of the foot. Or coming back. Try to square your hips. And rest your upper body on your leg. Coming back up. Then bringing your feet facing parallel, facing the long side of the mat. And let's come into a stance with your feet hip width apart. Well, as a matter of fact, I think I need to open them a little bit so that you can see me. Okay. Bringing the arms to the side, pelvis forward, tailbone down. And bring your arms all the way up. Interlace your fingers. And as I said, please, you try to, 1 second. Okay, I'll do it like this. Yes, bring your feet together. And now let's bend to the sides again. Some more, stretching the sides. Over to the right side, stretch left side. Releasing those energies from the left-hand channel. Very nice. Smile. Push your hearts forward. Slowly coming up. Change the clasp of your hands. Reaching up and over to the left side. Stretching the right side. Nice. Great, guys. Beautiful. I know this is hard. And coming up. Okay, bring your arms to your sides. And then it's a bit more of like a resting pose. And so this will be a tree pose. So put all your weight onto the right foot. Strong left leg, and then bring your right foot onto your left thigh and just hold here, maybe hands in front of your heart or arms up into a tree in the middle of the city, if that's where you are, otherwise with the other trees. Very good. Heart is lifted, you're at the heart. Bringing your hands down, right foot down, Put a lot of weight onto the right foot, strong right leg. Bring your left foot into your right thigh, and the same on this side. Good. Tree pose. And bring down your left foot. If you fall out, totally normal. Always just try again. Wonderful. Some of you are beautiful trees. Thank you so much. Let's come down and let's come to be in a half shoulder stand, which will put a lot of pressure on the backs of our hearts, on the heart chakra. So it's not rolling into a normal shoulder stand, but rolling into almost a shoulder stand. But let's stop here, and with our arms stretched out, we hold ourselves in this position where we try to find that almost feels like an air cushion at the height of our heart chakra. So let's try to find that. Everybody's a little different. Let's find that and let's put pressure there. Head can be relaxed. And let's just be here. Let's try to really untie this knot, this triple knot. Very nice. Slowly rolling out. And let's jump into the plank pose. Very good. Knees chest in. Cobra pose. And let's come down. So let's do one back bend because we can open the heart chakra with forward bends, sideward bends, and also, of course, back bends. Let's just do one. And we are going to do a locust pose, for which we are going to put our forehead into the floor, hands all the way to the side, alongside of the thighs. And let's slowly lift up legs and head at the same time, and the arms as well. If you want, you can interlace your hands behind your back and pull yourself up a little bit down. Okay? And smile. Exhaling here. Exhaling 2. Exhaling 3. And lowering down. Oh. Follow your head, your cheek, left cheek on the back of your hands, and relax here. Very important. Deep breath. Very good. Coming out, curl your toes under, come into downward facing dog, and walk or jump through your hands. And let's distribute the energy along the spine by doing this beautiful thing called horse roll. It's what children do, okay? So let's just roll back and forth on our spine. Make it bump, and let's do this 1, 2, 3, 4, and with 5, we're jumping back into plank pose. Okay, lowering down to Duranga, or knees chest in, upward facing or cobra, and downward facing dog. Very good. So now let's jump through one more time because we still have the throat and the crown to do. So let's jump or walk through to seated. Bring your hands behind your buttocks. Put your feet down, hip width apart, and let's lift up into a, what's that called? Tabletop. Reverse tabletop. Okay? So push your buttocks all the way up. And if your neck allows, drop your head down. Nice. Buttocks is up, way up. And then let's twist the area of the throat by turning the head left and right. Very nice. Buttocks stays up. Slowly coming down. And let's stretch the area of our throat in the back. So let's come into shoulder stand. If you have a neck issue, please be careful. Don't go all the way. But obviously the idea is to get a stretch in the back of your neck. So if you can not do this, come into another half shoulder stand. Everybody else into a full shoulder stand here. Feel the stretch in the lower back of your neck. Freeing the knot of misunderstanding and communication. Slowly bringing your legs down into Halasana, plow pose. Hands are stretched out. Holding here for a moment. For those of you who have that pose, please lower your knees next to your ears. Stretching your legs long, rolling out, and coming into a cross-legged position. We now need to distribute we stretch, sorry, and now we have to gather the energy around the throat. And we're going to achieve that. Let me readjust so you can see me seated, right? So cross-legged position, and your hands come into Chin Mudra, and we are going to engage Uddiyana Bandha, so belly back and up, lifting up the energy here, and then bringing the chin to chest, Jalandhara Bandha, and holding your breath here. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. And wonderful. Okay. So now we really have only one more stretch to do, which is a fish pose. And so please put your hands under your buttocks, your elbows coming to, not together, but like near them, as if they want to come together. Put your heart out, really puff your chest out. And then if you can, lower your head down. If you cannot bring it all the way to the floor, it doesn't matter. But stretch the throat some more. Slowly coming up. And here we are. Last pose. most beneficial. But it is a Shirsasana, like a headstand, but please only do the headstand if you're very secure in it, you've done it for a long time, you feel perfectly okay with this pose. If not, please do a variation. I'll show you. You will just bring your hands together, elbow to elbow. Put the elbows on the floor, make a cup, put your head in, and then just step your feet like onto your tippy toes and hold here. You will also get a beautiful, pressure on your crown, which will loosen the knot there. Everybody else, please come into your favorite headstand position just for a few moments to loosen this knot here, okay? Slowly coming out. Coming into a child's pose, deep relaxation, deep exhale. And then from here, slowly coming up, immediately into our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. So please lie down, let go of all your efforts. Take a last deep exhale here. Maybe wiggle your pelvic area into the floor. Flatten your shoulder blades. Release your jaw into a smile. Feet fall out to the side. And let your hands be open.
Slowly deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And roll over to your left side. And make your way up to a seated position. Your eyes can stay closed. And with your eyes closed, dedicate your efforts to someone today who you think might very much benefit from this new way of thinking, this new way of understanding. That whenever you share any quality, any resource, anything, it will increase. So no need to fight. There is simply no room for conflict where this wisdom lives. So dedicate that not only to the world, the global situation, but really dedicate it to your friends, co-workers, competitors, to your neighbors, and of course, also to the whole world. On that note, you can slowly open your eyes. And thank you so much, and thank yourself so much for practicing and contributing to, the absence of conflict, to a peace in your small world and in the world at large. So thank you so much. And this type of practicing together, global joint effort, will take place every second Wednesday of the month, like today, and then the fourth Wednesday of the month as well. So please come whenever you have time and join this global community of yogis who are totally changing their world and changing the world for others. I also have something else that I would really like to draw your attention to. It's a very special program that is going to be offered by the Yoga Studies Institute. And that is a book and a teaching that's called Hatha Yoga Pratipika. It means the lantern on the yoga of the sun and the moon. So the light onto the yoga of the sun and the moon. It will be taught by Geshe Michael and all the teachers of Yoga Studies Institute, starting on January 30th, going through February 10th. So if you want to know more how to, with your body, with untying these knots, reaching completely different states and insights and different outer worlds, then please treat yourself to this knowledge. And you see here, you can scan this QR code, and that will take you to the landing page where you can sign up, and maybe we will see you there. So thank you again very, very much. Thank you to all the translators. Thank you for coming. And well, have a very abundant and very peaceful new year. Namaste.
Many thanks, Uta. Great lesson. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Great to see you, Dörte and Bernd. Oh my God, I see somebody. Hi, Esther. Wow, Karina, Olga, Detlef, Bettina. So good to see you. Oh my God, there's so many pages here. So, yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. And as I said, an abundant and peaceful new year. See you again soon. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Sorry
you.
for being late.
Thank you for setting it all up. It's really, I think, such a
I
beautiful.
can hear you for some reason.
Super.
Okay.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, can I have one more feedback? Was the sound really not good? I mean, was there something off with the sound when I was practicing? That would be